what's happened. Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place.
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here.
It must have been poor Luocheng that you followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first...
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself.
So, all of this was just because you got lost? Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you...
I can't. It's too high for me. I get scared.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide. I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wuwang Hill.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Mumu, and Songzi.
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. We'll ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Big G. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wuwang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize...
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together?
That's not a good idea.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.
Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan? At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares. Hi.
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon. Yes, we grew up together. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken. I can make it for you if you bring me some Jueyun chilies. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe.
Deal! minute.
Julian chilies are a common sight in... Great, this should be enough. I'll get started on the Julian chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track. When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later! How did he know about the other...
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested in the inner workings of...
Mung told us about you. You're good friends, right?
That's true, yes. Come to think, it didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. The Big G incident. But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is... So, is Big G the reason you're here to see me?
How did you know? We didn't even say anything.
I'm a businessman. I've got a sixth sense for this kind of thing. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. But I'd say I proved a few people wrong. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. Today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was a dream come true.
Wow, you must be like super rich.
For me, it's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Songza next.
We already saw Little Wu. Now we gotta find Songza.
I see. If it's Songza you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just above the staircase leading down to the dock. I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
Rev the engines!
You're all here.
Reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events.
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now, home is wherever friends are.
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes? I make artisan sail lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago, I bought some quality plastrite sharp. I've already spoken to the manager.
Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back in a jiffy.
New year always brings new perspectives.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to
Một cô
accompany
nàng căng
them
bụng ngồi vắt chéo
if you
trên phất.
wish to hear it.
Strike shards are over in that crate there. Please, help yourselves.
My thanks to both of you. This looks like great stuff. Please, wait a moment. This is the final step. Okay, there I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern rite, we all release a lantern like this. No matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take, while this rite remains a...
As for the matter of Big G, the 3 of us have discussed amongst ourselves and agreed we won't press you on it.
But if you get the chance, please let them know we're doing well, and that the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass.
Thank you! We'll pass it on! Big G is lucky to have friends like you. We got everything we need! Let's go to Wulong Hill and find Hu Tao and the others!
You're back already? Sooner? You didn't go spilling the beans, did you, Paimon?
Does Paimon look that unreliable to you?
I'm kidding! Anyway, looks like they were willing to hand over some keepsakes. So I guess they nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, spirits and souls, the one thing which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well, because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much for me to deal with. Guard the between life and death. This is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's most important responsibility, and I'm stricter than most.
So what about us? Does it matter if we cross the border?
Of course not. After all, you were caught up in all this already, just like Meng. It's not the end of the world if you catch a glimpse behind the curtain. And where we're going, don't be surprised at what you may see. All of it exists within the border between the living and the dead. An ordinary place, really. The only special thing about it is that nobody really knows about it. Whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time we're out, I'll have to erase you. So listen to everything I say. Let's go.
I'm unscared, but like Hu Tao says, we're already...
Send one, send 'em all.
I won't hold you back.
Wow! What is this place?
Somewhere close to death, but not like the hell or underworld from the tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines tend to go. A little bit haywire.
That pattern looks familiar.
From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
Oh, just like last time.
Phew.
Rise with the sun!
This place doesn't feel at peace.
That's why it's named the border. You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little, how do people normally put it, pomp and ceremony?
Paimon's pretty sure that's not how people put it.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
One with nature.
With the wind. By the way, I imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things. See if you can find a way to get the right things into the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction as well as elemental reactions. On your marks.
You talking to us?
wind knows me.
Burn it down!
Go! Higher, higher, hands on fire!
Light it up!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Let's light it up!
This looks the same, but there aren't enough. So confusing. Let's have a look around. Or up ahead.
Burn it down!
Time to go.
Try and stop me! Rise with the sun!
Huh? Isn't this where we just were before?
Finally! Paimon thought we were gonna be trapped in that weird place forever.
That's exactly the point. Trespassers end up running scared.
So that's the weird stuff out of the...
Yep. Just dive off the edge here.
Huh?
Rev the engines!
Welcome to the farewell ceremony site. Our destination is just up ahead. I know you're excited, so feel free to have a look around and talk amongst yourselves. Soon you'll find out there's nothing special about this place.
By the way, have you seen Uncle Jean recently?
That guy? I remember him saying it was time for him to move on.
Good for him. I wonder where he's off to next.
If you're curious, why don't we go and see for ourselves?
Some other time, perhaps.
It's the lantern rite again.
if we got to see the lanterns ourselves one day?
You can make a wish without a lantern, you know. My mom told me. As long as you yell it really loud, your wish will come true in the future.
Yell it? Isn't that kinda embarrassing?
As soon as the first person yells, then everyone else just joins in, and nobody feels embarrassed anymore.
That's right. Little Woo, you start.
All right, I wish I could open a massive restaurant with never-ending dishes and snacks, so I could enjoy you and chili chicken every day.
That's your wish?
If that's so funny, what's your wish?
To get rich, of course. Do big business and make a load of Mora. With Mora, you can do whatever you want and be happy.
Yeah, if you get rich, you could buy that super expensive toy box.
Not just one. One for everyone. No, loads for everyone.
Well, if Momo's gonna be a businessman, then I don't need to earn any money.
Whoa. It's tough getting rich. Don't put all the pressure on me.
As for me, I want to learn to make Ming Xiao lanterns. The big kind! And Xiao lanterns, too. I'll be the best artisan around.
Yeah! That way we don't need to go to Liyue Harbor to release Xiao lanterns.
Anyway, those are our wishes. Mung, Big G, what about you?
Me?
It brings back so many memories. That was the last lantern ride the five of us spent together.
It's been so long. Everyone's all grown up. Have all those wishes really come true?
We asked each of them for parting gifts for you. Little Woo's become a chef, Momo's a successful businessman, and Zongzi makes great Xiao lanterns.
Really? Wow.
We've never forgotten our childhood dreams. We've kept them in our hearts as a promise to each other. Anyway, time to release this lantern.
Hey, take a hint. Let's give them some space to go over the good old days.
Take the hint? Really? Of all of us, you're the one who needs to learn how to read the room.
Really? The end result is the same, though. As I explained, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was, once upon a time, more akin to a doctor's office than an actual funeral parlor. During the Archon War, piles of corpses covered the wilderness. People were plunged into misery and suffering. Disease was spreading all over the land. Death devastated the world of the living. Such were the times when the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first established. As humans, its founders were deemed too insignificant to matter.
They must have paid a huge price for that.
After generations, Liyue Harbor became a bustling hub of prosperity, luring people with dreams of great fame and abundant mora. But in the end, by that I mean the remnants of the defeated gods that ravaged the world. I won't go into specifics of that situation, but suffice to say that at its peak, life was on the verge of bringing about its own extinction. While it took a long, long time, longer than you'd think, to restore balance and reinstate the border. Without it, Liyue Harbor as we know it wouldn't be here today, neither would the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, you or me. The previous directors all love to tell this one too, although, if you ask me, I think I tell it best. What you make of my words is up to you. I do hope that most of it flew over your heads, though. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is just that, a funeral parlor. We live in peaceful times, But this harmonious coexistence between life and death should never be taken for granted. Huh? It's about time. Let's go.
What kind of place?
I just mean where we first bumped into each other. I come up with fun names for things sometimes, okay? No need to hound me with questions about every little thing I say.
Clients? Seeing that it was Hu Tao that brought you puts me at ease. My name is Lan Si. I've been waiting. Everyone says waiting is difficult. But walking, watching, talking to newcomers and the old crowd, it helps to pass the time. I can keep waiting, but it's all the same to me. Waiting's all I can do anyway.
Are you new here? What a coincidence, so I can't believe how nice the scenery is. I thought it'd be all pitch black and freezing cold with no sense of space or time. Here I can finally work out a lifetime of emotions. It's
Bring it!
Full throttle!
I think we did everything we could to make you. But if you ever really do become an evil spirit and come back with more nefarious nonsense in mind,
I won't, I promise. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. Now that I know that my friends are doing so well,
I also want to thank you. You made my dream come true, too.
so you should also mind my warning, Mung. If you won't let go of the past, I might reunite you two sooner than you think.
How can you say such horrendous things with that smile on your face?
Well then, last but not least, let's say our goodbyes to Big G.
See you later, Big G.
Not like that. You won't be seeing him later.
No worries. I'm sorry. Of all the wishes we yelled at.
Nah, don't be bothered by that. No life.
All right. I'll remember you all. Goodbye.
He's gone then. I thought that closure would bring me relief, but
So, what was the wish you two made?
After each of us has started a family and built a career, we want both our families to spend the lantern rite together. That's why I envy my friends so much. Little Wu and the rest, they all had a chance to fulfill their wishes. Mine, however, will remain just a dream.
That's right. Also, think about this. Everyone gets burned to ash one day. So enjoy your life while you can, and when your duty to the living is over, you can meet whoever you want again in the afterlife. Isn't that great?
Thank you? Either way, I don't think I'll ever return to Wuwang Hill. I have a lot of feelings to process.
No worries. It's a good opportunity for you to go on vacation. Consider your leave approved. Naturally, this doesn't change the terms of our previous agreement. The leave will be unpaid.
Aren't you forgetting about something?
I took you to the border and let you have a look around, didn't I? But based on your reaction, it seems like you didn't find what you're looking for. It is a pity indeed.
The biggest pity of all is...
I was fishing around on your behalf through the channels that aren't accessible to you. I'll keep my eyes open in case anything crops up. If so, I'll be sure to let you know.
You don't sound like you mean it.
I'm not an expert on tracking down the living. However, if you want me to summon someone from the other side of the border...
Stop saying creepy stuff!
Relax. I'll help you look for them. You have my word. My exquisite sense of humor always goes unappreciated. I have my reasons.
Reasons?
The spirits we saw near the border are the dead that still long for the world of the living. But I've never seen any of the previous directors there, not even once. This means that becoming the director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the right decision for them, and left them with no regrets.